The Red House is the most architecturally and politically significant building in Trinidad and Tobago. It is a symbol of our esteemed democracy and reflects our political stability. One of this government's main aims is to restore the more than 100-year-old Red House to its former pristine glory, with a few added embellishments, which will go a long way to ensure that the main seat of our democracy continues in its rich traditions, charting a fresh course for many more years to come. At the height of the water riots on March 23, 1903, the building was burnt to the ground. The work of rebuilding began the following year, and the Red House was erected on the same site. It was completed in 1906 and opened to the public on February 4, 1907. It has been in continuous use since 1907, housing the legislature, public records, and was even used as a courthouse. It has no doubt seen severe wear and tear. A contributing factor to this decay came to a head on Friday, July 27, 1990, when members of the insurgent Jamaat al-Muslimin staged a coup. During the subsequent 5-day siege, the Red House was severely damaged. It was hit by bullets and was even shelled during heavy gunfire exchanges. Restoring the Red House will guarantee that the modernized building will continue to serve all the administrative needs of the country's main seat of governance, which will go a significant way in improving user-friendly and environmental conditions, adding storage for important documents and digital records, creating more usable floor space, improving access for the differently abled, provide greater safety for all, provide reversible glazing of the exterior so there's no permanent impact on the building's historical fabric and material. The Urban Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, Udecott, will oversee these critical restorative works at the Red House, which include seismic retrofitting to international standards, FEMA 356, restore the rotunda, including the original fountain, and reinstate its traditional stone tile flooring. Integrate new architectural screens for security function. Replace the roof and roof slates at the north and south chambers. Repair the roof membrane and floors. Reconstruct the ceiling supports and decorative detail. Install skylight at the top of the dome. Reinstate the original dormer windows at the dome. Install steel window frames in existing openings. Glaze the exterior corridors. Install bullet-resistant security glazing and chiller screens. A new plant room was also constructed to meet the additional power requirements for air conditioning loads, the firefighting suppression system, plumbing, and other services. Udecott's aim is to make a seamless transition in relocating the Red House staff, parliamentarians, and Senate members to the ultra-modern Tower D facility at the Port of Spain International Waterfront Center. This contingent, including our esteemed leaders, will occupy the space at Tower D for no more than 3 years and return to what will soon be considered the new and improved, pristine and hallowed halls of governance, the Red House. Tower D will be the temporary address for the Red House from the mezzanine floor to level 7, with each floor averaging 14,000 square feet for a total of 112,000 square feet. Contractors will be invited through open tender in a matter of days for the outfitting works of Tower D to allow for accommodation of all Red House staff, members of Parliament and Senate members. One could easily argue that the government's prime directive to serve the people will be improved when compared to present-day challenges at the Red House. Naturally, the country's business will not be disturbed by any heavy downpour, dust or falling debris. John and Jane public will still have access to their gallery to participate in government's business of the day. Current services in place at Tower D are second to none. The media will be more than comfortably accommodated with a high-tech digital network to respond to all their needs as they deliver the news. This space will no doubt be quite comfortable for its users. Mezzanine floor will have reception, House chambers, Senate chambers, committee room, TV broadcasting room, and the press lounge. And the level 2 lounge will seat 20 persons. The differently abled will now have enhanced access via both ramps and elevators. features and amenities which will also be added to the Red House upon restorative completion. At Tower D, there will be house chamber seating for 44 members on the mezzanine floor. Press seating is provided for 12 persons, public seating for 56 persons, and guest seating 52 persons. Senate chamber seating on the mezzanine floor will provide for 32 members, 32 guests, and press seating for 23. In addition to the House and Senate chambers, the mezzanine floor committee room will cater for 14 persons. The committee room at level 2 will seat 105 persons. 100 members can dine on level 2. 24 visitors can dine at level 2. Visitors' office, pantry, members' lounge, stateroom, conference room, diplomat's reception, a waiting sitting area, office of the President of the Senate, Vice President of the Senate office, and lobby. Deputy Speaker, Speaker's staff, Speaker of the House office, Office of the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister's conference room, the Prime Minister will have an office space of her own. While the members' lounge seats 30 persons. Level 3 includes the Secretariat, Clerk of the House, Clerk of the Senate, Public Accounts, Meeting Rooms, and Legal Division. The lounge at Level 3 seats 25 persons. Level 4 houses the library, Hansard, Reading Room, IT staff, video editing, broadcasting, and radio. On Level 5, you'll find the Administrative Department, Human Resources, Audit, Pension, Corporate Communications, and Financial Management. At Level 6 are Committee Rooms 1 through 6, Office of the Leader of the Opposition, Members' Lounge, and Opposition Caucus. The Members' Lounge at Level 6 seats 37 persons. Up on Level 7 are the Police Dorm, Gym, Training, Staff Lounge, Daycare, and Sickening. Tower D is the best contemporary alternative to serve all the needs of the occupants of the Red House. In light of the thrust to ease traffic burdens, Tower D sports a 7-story car park with accommodation for more than 1,200 vehicles, as opposed to parliamentarians parking on the street outside the Red House. The renowned 22-story, 428-room, 5-star Hyatt Regency Hotel possesses the largest conference center in the English-speaking Caribbean at 55,000 square feet, which doubles as an auditorium and performing arts center. It is remarkably larger than the current parliamentary chamber. Soaring 300 feet into the air, the 26-story Tower D is part of the Port of Spain International Waterfront Centre, and the new but temporary seat of governance emerges as a torchbearer in the nation's capital. It already transforms the western shoreline into a majestic modern coastal facility, but will now add value, power, and meaning to our national character as innovators and leaders. Tower D welcomes you.